Hey everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to BrokeN, boys.
Hello.
This is episode 113.
13.
I'm Mike.
I'm Colin.
And welcome back to our usual
New setup.
Yeah, new setup. This is the usual place where we record as of late.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
Forever.
Forever. Damn.
Yeah.
How long is your degree?
Maybe I'll just stay down here.
Maybe
I just won't go anywhere else. Stay down here.
You'll be 50 and still living in this dorm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a dorm, but...
What do you want, fellow kids?
How you do?
How do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you drive.
It's gonna make me drive?
Yeah. Now that since this is, give you a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah, now that the ball is in your park.
Yeah.
Right?
Court. I mean, it could be park if you're talking baseball.
I thought it was a baseball metaphor, but I guess
basketball.
I was just about to say tennis.
Or tennis. Could be tennis.
It definitely is basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be a little bitch from now on and always come over here, and you will never see the other set ever again.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice while it lasted.
Yeah.
Had a lot of personality.
Yeah, it was nice sitting on my ass and twiddling my thumbs while you treacherously drove there every single day. Yeah.
Yeah. Through the ice and rain and snow.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
That's Illinois.
I ran off the road 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Mad Max out there.
Yeah, it really is.
It's fucking insane. Illinois drivers, don't fuck with them.
Yeah. Yeah, middle of Illinois, all those fields, it basically just turns into Mad Max. You're right.
Yeah.
It's like Mad Max but green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's winter.
That's white.
Yeah. White Mad Max.
Unheard of.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie. I need to watch Fury Road. Yeah,
it's good. I recorded it back when you had cable, when that was a thing.
DVR.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And the whatever channel it was on, I think it was like FX or something like that.
Sounds about right.
I recorded it and I started watching it, and for some reason, the audio was fucked up. Like it was all just like it wasn't a problem with the sound bar. I turned on something else, it was completely fine. Then I turned on the movie, and it was just like, it was like I watched the whole movie like that, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I just haven't tried watching the movie again.
Yeah, maybe that was just the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
They just had really bad sound design, but everything else was amazing in that movie. Yeah.
But yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been a long couple of weeks, but I'm on basically the other end of it at this point. So yeah, if you couldn't tell in the last few episodes, I was very tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I haven't seen Mike since Sunday, so
yes. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we usually eat lunch every Monday and Wednesday, but by 9 a.m. was canceled those days, and I was staying up very late finishing work the days before that. So I'm like, I can get an extra 3 hours of sleep. Because I usually have an hour in between that class and when we eat lunch for an hour. So yeah. I was just like, yeah. So, yeah, those were kind of nice. I got my sweet release on...
Oh.
Yeah. On Wednesday night was my night that I could just go home, and I was like, I have things to do. They aren't going to kill me if I don't do them. So I slept early that night at 12. But
nice. Hey, that's pretty early.
Honestly, the past few weeks, yes, it is. But yeah, there was a big orchestra thing that was finished last week. I think I talked about that on the pod because I had just finished that. Mm-hmm. But then there was a big band thing that I was writing, not to be confused with big band, but a big band thing that was due on Monday, but I ended up submitting very late Sunday night. So that's why I wasn't there on Monday for lunch. And then after that, the other student film that I'm part of is premiering actually tonight when we're recording this. So I will, if that's posted online by the time of this episode, I will link that in the description. But that was, done today. That's when it was the movie's premiering, but I was able to finish the tracks Tuesday night. Tuesday night is when everything was finished. Monday and Tuesday night is when I did that. So then once that was all done, I was like, oh, that's all like the big this is due now shit. Like I can just relax a little bit now. I have a couple more things, a couple more composition things, but like nothing that's worrying me. Right. So yeah, it's nice to feel relief.
Yeah I can imagine.
I can imagine. And on top of all of that, on Saturday, me and the little band that I'm part of, we were called the Tree Frogs. We did a little performance in person at a little coffee shop in town. And there's probably a good 40 or so people in there.
Yeah,
I would say.
People.
I think
40, 50.
Yeah, and that was a completely new experience for me. We had rehearsals very late the days before that, and so I was writing my band piece just in the library for hours on end on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was a great time. But yeah, that performance was really fun. That's a new thing for me, but it's something that I want to see if I can, do more of, because I really like doing that. We did an original song of mine, one that no one's heard before. Ooh.
It was really good.
It's called That's Okay, at least currently. It fits the song because that's, what I say over and over in there, but I don't know, I feel like as a name, it's not like a whoa, that's okay. But I really like the song, and they helped me perform that one, and I did solo vocals on that one, which I was more natural at than I thought I was going. I thought I was going to be super shaky and shit, but I just stayed at my piano and sang my song that I have sang a lot of times, and I think I did pretty well.
Sounded good to me.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
I'm planning on posting it on my YouTube channel, so if I do that before this episode airs, then I will put that in the description as well. I'm going to have a couple extra down there. Yeah, that was really fun. And then afterwards, we all went out and got some. Well, they got some drinks, and they invited Colin along as well. They only, except for a couple of them, they only kind of know me, most of them. But then they were nice enough to be like, "Hey, you want to bring your friend, dude?" I'm like, "Sure." This is my friend.
No.
His name is Coin.
Yeah, like the band.
Or Cone. That's what we were calling you.
Yeah, Cone.
Cone and what was that again?
What were you?
I don't fucking remember.
Conan.
Something that Zane was calling us, our friend Zane. We'll think of it. But, yeah. Mice. That's how it was. It was Mice and Cone. But, yeah, no, they invited him along as well. We, went to some bars briefly, both times, and then didn't do anything at the second one, and then we're just instead let's go get sushi, but then the sushi was closed at the Mexican restaurant. Yes, it's a Mexican restaurant that serves sushi.
Yeah.
So we got Mexican food instead, but it was good. It was good. We got to sit down and chill with them for a little bit. Colin got to meet them. Colin's now been seeing a few of them around campus, and they're like,
yeah,
that
shit. We're straight up buds, bro.
Yeah, bonded for life. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was really nice, and it was great to have this guy here cheering me along, recording some stuff for us.
Did you hear me yell for you?
I didn't, honestly. No. I was very in the moment. I was trying to focus and not fuck anything up. Yeah, there were some things that didn't go well, but it was, it was, all in all, it was a really fun thing to do, and I wish I was here for more semesters to play more with them.
You could always do more school.
I could always come back and pay more money. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that was really fun, and then getting my sweet relief was really fun as well. Yeah, and then the last thing I have on my little list here of notable things, I was going to mention that tonight is the final band concerts that I will ever do, most likely.
A school band concert.
At least from a school band, yeah.
You might join an orchestra at some point.
It's possible. It's possible. If there's a group, maybe. But yeah, it was my last time, and a school setting band like that. Well, it will be my last time tonight, last performance tonight. But today was our last like real rehearsal of stuff that's for a concert and not like extra things that we're doing at the end of the semester. And one of the pieces was really fucking getting to me. It was because like there was a lot of emotions just in general. Like we have a student teacher there who's been there I think for 4 years or something, and he's doing a piece, and he was telling us like a really emotional story of just like, you know, how much we have meant to him in his journey and how much our professor has meant and all that. And he was naming people and getting teary-eyed and all that shit. Mm-hmm. He read Lord of the Rings to us to teach us about friendship and the sense of hope that he feels in the piece that we're playing with him. And, you know, that was really nice and everything. Yeah. And then when we went on to do, we have like a set of 3 pieces by Percy Granger as our last three ones that we're performing. And our main director also gave like a speech and how much thankful he was for like this year and this semester specifically. I was only there for this semester, so you know, it was me. But he did that, and then he started reading a poem that was really near and dear to him, and he was like full on sobbing during it. I was like, oh my god. So the emotions were high in general, and then we get to this piece that's very personal for him and his wife, and that's the reason he programmed it. And it's just this really, really sweet like song that just feels like love, and it feels just like, I don't know, to me it's everything I love about music. Like it just sounds so nice, and it's so personal, but like it's kind of has like that feeling of the first Married Life from Up, where it's like, oh, it's this joyful thing, and then it's like, oh, the music's dying. This is representing more than just love. Yeah. So it's like this really sentimental thing, and the way it's set up is we have it. It's called Colonial Song, by the way. The way it's set up is it's like it's a middle movement of like 3 short Percy Granger pieces. So like we're going straight from that into like this like fun happy march. And like when it was done, I was like there. I was just like wiping my eyes because like it was really getting to me. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then the guy next to me, who's also a senior, who's graduating, he kind of like bumps me, and I look at him. We're both just like, we're like, time to play Gum Suckers. That's the name of the next piece. Awesome. So that was a really emotional thing, and I think it's probably going to be even worse tonight during the concert. We may just break down in the middle of the piece. So we'll see. It's a really, really fucking nice piece.
Excited to hear.
Yeah, and you're coming along for that as well. My number 1 supporter here, Coin.
Cone, I always support my mice.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just so fucking, I don't know, touching. Just emotions were high, and they're going to be high later on as well. Just the whole idea of last things is, I don't know, that's rough for me. Yeah. I'm bad with that kind of shit. So I feel that. Yeah, it's probably going to hit me. Yeah. So be prepared for just... Yeah, one of the clarinets who was a few chairs down from me, he saw afterwards, like, my face was really red, and I was going like this or whatever, and, like, I was kind of doing that a little bit. And he said, oh, you were crying? I thought you were laughing. He was like, I don't know what's so funny over there. And I was like, no, me and this guy next to us, we were both just sobbing over here, man. That's really fun. Yeah. So I love band. I love music. Band music is beautiful, and our fucking director is doing so well with that piece. Because I mean, like I said, it's personal to him and his wife, so it's like has that connection to him as well. And it's just, music and emotions. If you couldn't tell, I do like putting emotions into my music. So those types of connections really fucking hit me. So
as a wise band once said, it's okay to not be okay.
Damn. You're so right. I need some guitar campfire playing. It's okay to be not okay. It's a little Imagine Dragons reference for you.
All you Imagine Dragon heads.
Yeah. Our
Dragonites.
They're called something. I forgot what it is. Fire breathers. That's it.
Oh.
At least that's what they were called back in like 2013.
Now they're just called losers.
I think back then they were too. And I'm one of them. So.
solidarity.
I got some nostalgia for the Magic
I
Draggies,
do too.
baby.
It's all good.
I love my Magic Draggies. But yeah, that was my week. That's been my week. How about you? How's it going up in Cone Land?
It's all right.
Nice. So, anyways, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Friday after the pod, Alexis wanted to hang out again, so she came down. We went to Michael. We went to Portillo's and had dinner and stuff.
For you audio listeners, I just completely ate shit on pod.
Yeah,
so.
he fell, hit his face right on my desk.
Yeah.
And I had to scold him like a abusive mother. Mm-hmm. Michael, why would you do that? You're
ruining my desk with your blood.
Hey. We wanted to get crumble cookies because they had some good ones last week, and we went there. We got there, and all of a sudden her app said enjoy your order, and we didn't get it.
Oh.
So we were like, that's weird. So we walked in, and there's a lot of people in there. It's 9 p.m.
Is it a pickup order, or is it something they hand to you?
It was a pickup. Okay. I mean, they hand it to you, but you can pick it up.
Okay.
We walk in there, there's fucking 30 people in there, just because it's 9 p.m. and it's crumble cookies.
Yes.
On a Friday. And we walk in, and I'm like, you go ask. She's like, no. I'm like, okay, give it a few minutes, I guess. And we walk in, and Zane is in there, and he turns around, and he's like, Colin?
The man just appears.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He was there with a couple of his roommates, and I was like, oh, hey. And so they met, and then they got their cookies, and they had ordered a few minutes after us. So, we ordered at 8, but they were like, it'll be ready at 9:10, and we were like, what? So and then it was we got there. We got there at about 9:10, and then we walked in at 9:12, 9:15, whatever. And we were like, okay. So I was like, go ask, and she was like, no, they're busy. I'm like, okay, but they have the cookies right there. They're in that box. They called out the order we had, but they don't have a name for it because it glitched out or something. She's like, give him a few minutes. I'm like, okay. And it's 9:30, and I'm like, dude, ask.
Were you sitting or standing?
We were standing. It's a very small lobby.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, go ask. And she's like, fine. And she goes to ask, and they call out the cookies again, and she's like, those are mine. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, okay. And then she told him the app thing, so he's like, yeah, we've been having that problem all night. I'm like, see, you could have just fucking asked. But
just a little Alexis roast on the pod.
Yeah, a little bit. She'll appreciate it, and she'll comment.
She's our number one fan.
But then I started indoctrinating her into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh shit! With the MCU, if you will.
Yeah. With the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and that's
one I still need to see.
It's a good one.
I think I would like the Guardians movies.
You would. The third one comes out next Friday. Very excited to see it.
I feel like I've heard no buzz about that.
Really?
What the fuck?
No, it's pretty bad. People are saying it's the best movie since Endgame. Which
how many movies have they said that about?
Probably only a couple, honestly.
Oh, okay.
There's probably No Way Home and
No Way Home. I know got good reviews. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited for that. But then Saturday we had Mike's performance. Went and saw that. Very good. First guy was just on a DJ pad, and he was like,
Yeah, he was doing the way I described it to my friend Dane is it was kind of like Porter Robinson stuff, but really spacey and ambient. And I was like, I dug it. I thought
it was good.
Cool.
And he was drinking a Four Loko on stage. I was like, hell yeah, brother. And then Mike's band performed. The Treat Frogs took their place on the log.
The Free Trogs, yeah.
Yeah, and they played the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. They did Mike's original song, which was really good. And then they transitioned into Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, and that was everyone. You guys started playing, and everyone was like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
our lead singer really fit that one really well too.
No, she sounded great, and that it was everyone was singing along, and it was really cool. There were a couple of people dancing with like slow dancing with each other.
Yeah,
which was funny. But yeah, it was really good. Walked into my first bar.
Me as well.
Yeah,
we got carded for the first time again.
To walk into a building,
Yeah, and when I pulled out my ID, my old ID came out with it because I forgot I left it in there. And I was like, what if they see me fumbling this and think I'm using a fake or something?
Yes, the man with the full beard.
Yes.
Is a 12-year-old.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Had a good time with them. Had some fun conversations. Talked about poop a lot while we were eating.
We did, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, all right. Here we are.
Yeah, it was fun, though. And then Sunday, we watched Barry.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Funny. Very funny, that episode.
Yeah, it was episode 3 that we watched. And if you've seen the end of episode 3 of season 4 of Barry...
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Little Fred Armisen. But yeah, this week for school though has been fine-ish. I think I got my last journal for geography done, and that's great because I fucking hated those. And then for my history class, it was like, surprise, our last paper is due this Sunday, along with our last short assignment. So I have to write a whole paper before Sunday. I mean, he said he'll accept it till Wednesday, just because he's like, I can't have anything due next week because it's success week, and if we do make anything due that week, we get in trouble for it. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
The name Success Week is always fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Everyone calls it Hell Week, but
it is Hell Week.
They have to call it Success Week.
I don't think they could call it Hell Week and that'd be okay with everybody.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, parents would see them and go, good heavens.
My adult child.
Hell Week?
What institution am I sending my 18-year-old to?
Yeah, but I have to write that. That's fun. Going to see Mike's performance today. I played more Resident Evil 4.
Nice.
Got pretty far in it. I wanted to finish it before Jedi came out, but I didn't. But I will finish it at some point. I just now all my attention's gonna be on Cal Kestis and BD1. And I started playing that last night. Super fucking fun. Very cool. They did a lot of cool stuff with like the motion or like the engines inside the fucking controller. And they were like, whoa. Like you turn on a lightsaber, it's like it's like, whoa. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Wow, I did. Little Steve-O reference for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Jackass, my favorite.
I know you love Jackass.
Yeah.
I watched the new John Mulaney special. That was really good. He talked about his rehab from cocaine and other drugs, but yeah, it was very funny, but also kind of sad. Yeah, he came on. He came on and he's like, all the kids like Bo Burnham now, because he's not problematic
anymore.
But yeah, that was good. Very good. Very funny. Ted Lasso was good.
How many more episodes does that one have?
5, I think.
Yeah.
12 episodes in the season. I think it ends at like the same exact time as Barry does.
Damn.
Which
it's going to get a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. 2 great SNL cast members shows ending at the same time. Makes me want to fucking jump out of it.
Yeah. Guess you're just going to have to
find something
suffice with whatever James Corden's next project is.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll have to just watch Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Now that 2 of my other favorite.
Yeah. All of your favorites are going away. You know, you got Better Call Saul, you got Ted Lasso, you got Barry, you got The Late Late Show with James Corden. It's all going away.
It's all going to shit.
All of your loves and desires.
I've religiously watched Carpool Karaoke.
Yeah, it's the only content you consume.
You know, if I don't have anything to watch, I throw on Carpool Karaoke. I throw on the Red Hot Chili Peppers episode or the
Red Hot Chili Peppers episode. Goddamn.
I think that episode. I think Flea and James Corden wrestled in some poor person's lawn, and they came out and like, what the fuck are you doing? And I also religiously watched the video where he's dressed up as a rat and he goes and humps a person's side view mirror.
Yeah.
And Camila Cabello's like, not singing but kind of singing.
Yeah. That's Camila Cabello.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
It's sad they had to put him down.
It's really sad. The rat had to go. Yeah. But there's
like Ethan Nestor's rats in his house.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Little chuckle sandwich reference for it.
Yeah, a little reference for you chucklers out there. Yeah, James Corden. I mean, there's really nothing I want more in life than to be
James Corden
late going to work, stressed out of my mind. The kids at home are hungry, and my wife hates me, and I'm going through mental depression and anguish, and I get stopped by a light just barely, and to have James Corden pull out of a car and start dancing and singing at my light for a whole 5-minute number.
Yeah, like I just went to the store and I have ice cream and it's melting in the trunk.
Right, that as well.
And my 2-year-old is screaming in the back of my car, and I can't soothe the child because I'm stuck in the driver's seat at this red
And the
light.
music they're playing is extremely loud.
It's extremely loud, and they had to film it like 3 different times because I fucked up the first 2 times.
Yeah, the lens was on the camera.
Yeah. And people kept honking, and they had to go, "Stop honking!"
Yeah. You fucking heathens! I don't know.
This is art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing I want more than that.
I miss James Corden so much.
Just thinking of, what, when I was in band earlier today, it wasn't about band I was crying about. I was just like, late show.
No, not the late show.
Yeah.
Maybe Conan will come back to late night and be the late show.
Fucking better, dude. Although he has a podcast now, and I've been seeing a lot of clips from that.
I listened to a couple episodes. He's very funny. I love Conan.
Yeah. Did you see the clip with the Billie Eilish episode?
Where he just screams in the corner?
Yeah. Billie Eilish tells him, "How loud can you scream?" He just goes into the corner and just, just like from the dark.
And
it's fucking hilarious.
Phineas was there, and he was like, "That's the weirdest thing that's ever happened in my life." So go listen to That Better podcast.
Let's start just advocating other podcasts on here.
We already do that anyway.
So true.
Link it.
Here's links to better podcasts in the description.
Just put the clip right here.
No. That's a lot of work.
But yeah, my week was fine otherwise.
Okay, that's good.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Music news, Tame Impala and Thundercat had a collab song come out. Oh. Very good.
Didn't they have one on the last, Gorillaz album? Were they both
on
that?
They were on that album, but they weren't
together.
Songs.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I forget what it's called, though. It's like...
I don't remember. That's why I'm looking it up.
I'm looking up the song that they were on together that they just made, but...
Oh, okay, that's all right. Okay, so, yeah, Tame Impala was on New Gold, and Thundercat was on the first album, or the first song called Cracker Island. No. So they were separate, okay.
And they made a song called No More Lies, and I like the album cover.
Oh, yeah, I saw that album cover, yeah.
It's like opposites.
Yeah.
But it's a
cat and an impala. Mm-hmm.
But it's very good. They mix so well together, and I don't know if they've been on anything together in the past, but
it seems like time. Yeah, that seems like that should be a whole collab album, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I would love that.
Silk Sonic for people who are even more high.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other music.
Jack Harlow released an album, and the only reason I'm mentioning it is because it's actually getting okay reviews.
Yeah. He went back to the kids.
The honey. Wait, what's it called? Honey. Kids miss you.
It's come home. The kids miss you.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
went home and he
He got jacked or whatever the fuck it was called.
He's a jacked man.
Jackman, yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
Not to be confused with Hugh, yeah.
Yeah. I probably won't listen to it.
Yeah.
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 I probably won't listen to it.
Oh, no, I probably won't either.
Unless I'm missing out, in which case...
It looks like it has like a 68 on album of the year, but like his last album I think had a 32, 31, something like that. So that's double the improvement.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? It might be my number one album of the year.
It could be. It
Winner
could just be
of every Brokey Award.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah. Jackie to the top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last year was all about Kenny. Now it's all about Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Awesome.
What was that noise?
I made a noise.
Yeah.
What I do?
It was like a weird inhaling noise.
Like, yeah, sometimes that happens. I don't even know what it is.
It's like when you're playing with on that website Pink Trombone, and you like.
Oh right, that one. Yeah.
Like with like the mouth that you control.
Yeah.
And you kind of just like.
Yeah.
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 All right, but
awesome.
yeah, we had it's the end of the month.
It's
our last podcast
think
of April.
Actually, it'll be the new month starting on this episode.
Yep.
Happy June, everyone.
Where it's our last April.
Happy May, everyone.
It's our third end of April.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy. Wait, what the fuck? That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah. We at the end of the month we always do a monthly roundup. Go through the albums that we listen to within the month.
Mm-hmm.
You have 6.
I do have 6.
So you can go first.
All right. Yeah, the first thing I listened to this month was the Car Seat Headrest discography. I think, if I remember correctly, it kind of bled in from the last month. I think they were...
No, I think they were.
Was that during this month?
Right when the month started. I think.
Was it? Okay. I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, we listened to the Car Seat Headrest discography. If you want more thoughts on that, we have a whole hour-and-a-half long episode or some shit like that on it, where we talk more in depth on each of them.
Yep.
But it was really good. I really like Car Seat Headrest. He's got a cool indie vibe to him that's really nice. My favorites of his were Twin Fantasy, Teens of Denial, and the fucking spacey one, How to Leave Town. I really loved all those, but all of them were pretty good for the most part. And there's a lot of worth to him. And I think I gave him a strong 7, and that sounds about right to me at this moment. Yeah.
Yep. My first thing is also the Car Seat discography. Still good and consistent. Still surprised by his ability to make long songs so good throughout. I love his vibe. Love it. He's just a very talented dude, and I hope he puts out another album soon, because it's been a bit. But I just took my favorite songs from the albums I haven't heard and put it in my faves. So I put Just Tired, The End of Dramamine and Lawn, and I put You're in Love with Me and Him remix in my least favorites, and I still give him a solid 7.
Awesome. Yeah, next thing I listened to was Hope by NF, our most anticipated album of this year.
Yes.
Yeah. It's an NF album. He talks more about, being happy and love than he does about his mental health on this one, which is understandable because he's in a better place. It's like, cool, happy for you. That's awesome. This music kind of sucks, though. A lot of, like, the orchestral beats I felt like weren't produced as creatively or as well as they usually are, and they came across even cheesier than usual. There's some good moments on here. I think the track Mama is very nice. I've seen both Brad and Fantano advocate for that one, but I was advocating for it day one.
He was there first.
Just want to say that's a really nice track. It's a good follow up to How Could You Leave Us, honestly, like a look back from 10 years ish now. I don't know when that first album came out, yeah, if I remember, Careful was okay as well. I kind of like Motto. A lot of people don't, but I think it's a little fun. And then Running, the closer, I thought was okay as well. But for a lot of this, it's just the singing isn't that great. The beats aren't that great. He'll say lines that are just a little it's a little corny. References Kanye 4 times on here. So hopefully this was written before.
Kanye the GOAT.
Pretty much stuff like that.
I agree with everything he's ever said.
Nothing Kanye said has been wrong. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, overall, I mean, like, there's some good stuff on it, but it's probably my least favorite project of his just because there's not very many full songs that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
But I think I gave it like a strong 4, and that still sounds right to me. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. My next one was Hotel California by the Eagles. It's a certified classic. It would be perfect for the summer if you're just driving around, windows down, listen to Hotel California.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I love older rock like that. It's such a vibe, you know. And it's gotten colder since that week, but I can still bump that song, that album.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good stuff. But my favorites were Hotel California, Life in the Fast Lane, and Pretty Maids all in a row. And my least favorites were Wasted Time and Try and Love Again, and I give it a light 8.
All right.
Yeah.
Next thing I listened to, I don't have too much thoughts on because I only listened to it once. I meant to go back to it, but I never did. I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. Go sit in the corner.
All right, I will do the rest of this from over here. No, but I listened to Ugly by Slow Tie, and I enjoyed it. I just don't know exactly how much I enjoyed it. I do remember liking the first song a lot, Yum. Mm-hmm. And after that, like, there was some good stuff as well. I just don't really know. It's probably somewhere in the range of 7 to 8, but I don't exactly know where in that it is. But it's a good album, and you should check it out, and I will listen to it more. I promise.
You better.
Yeah.
Pinky promise them. Give him a pinky promise.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. My next thing was Blonde by Frank Ocean. You know, beautifully produced, and he has a great fucking voice. You know, it's iconic for a reason, but I still don't think it's, like, the best album I've ever heard. It's not like a masterpiece, as some people think it is, which is fine. If you want to believe it is, it's fine. But how about you get your own opinion?
Yeah.
You know?
Form your own opinions.
Yeah. Stop being a Fantano fanatic.
I don't even know if that's a Fantano thing, honestly. I think it's just internet culture.
But yeah, it's really good. There were a good amount of songs that I really, really enjoyed. But there were also a few that I didn't vibe with. Which, yeah, fine. But my favorites were Solo, Pink and White, White Ferrari, Ivy, and Siegfried. And my least favorites were Nikes, Skyline 2, and Pretty Sweet. And I give it a solid 8 overall.
There you go. Yeah, next thing I listened to was Capacity by Big Thief. Another one that I only listened to once, but I can remember a little bit better. I say that, but I'm looking at these track names now and I don't remember. But I remember enjoying it quite a bit. It was really folky, but a little more indie rock, if I remember. Not quite as folky as their album from last year. But it had really good vibes to it. I was really digging it when I was stressing the hell out. It was really nice. One track on here I'd recommend is Mary. I remember liking Mary quite a bit. But I think pretty much the whole thing was pretty good. And I'm also going to listen to this again before giving it a final score, but it's probably like a light 8 is probably where I would put it. It's a good album.
Is it better or worse than Big Dragon, whatever?
I think it's around the same.
Okay.
Yeah. The Dragon New Warm Mountain, I Believe in You, I think is what it's called. Yeah.
Look at you, remembering names and shit.
I can't remember people's names, but ask me about music. And
I remember every single one of his friends from Saturday.
It's true, and I told them I'm impressed by that. He hung out with them for like 2 hours or something and remembered all of their names. I'm like, I would have remembered one. I'm so bad with names.
Yeah. That's okay. You're good at remembering music.
Exactly. Talk to me about music. And I'm good.
Next thing I listened to was Drunk by Thundercat. Extremely groovy. That bass is always fucking impressive. He's such a fucking powerhouse, dude. But he's got a great voice as well and a funny personality that shines through on a lot of the tracks.
I mean to listen to this one. I've been seeing a lot of good things about that. Yeah.
But the features are good, and I wasn't expecting a Kendrick feature, but there's one on there. As well as Wiz Khalifa, which pretty interesting. It's a good album, very funny, very funky, very funny. But my favorites were Inferno, Show You the Way, Them Changes, Drink That, and The Turn Down. My least favorites were either Rabbit Ho or Raboho, Jethro, and 3 a.m. And I give it a strong 7.
All right. The next thing I listened to was Post by Björk. I've been meaning to check out Björk for a long time now. After Mike the Snare's little deep discog dive, it inspired me a little bit. And then Brad released a video, I think he called it like Trojan Horses in Music, which was, the way he defined that was like songs that start a specific way but then just like change completely into something else. Like, just, I don't know, it's like a Trojan horse, you know, don't see it at first and then bah!
Yeah.
Army from wherever.
Within the wooden horse.
Who the fuck did the Trojan horse? I don't remember.
The Trojans.
Yeah, I knew that. Boom, the Trojans. Boom, condoms. And I really fucking like this. I was really into this. It's like art pop stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of variety on here, but her voice is like so great throughout. At first I was a little confused by it, but like it really shines. She's such a good singer and performer. And I really like this, and I'm excited to check out more Björk. My favorites on here were Army of Me, Hyper Ballad, It's Oh So Quiet, Possibly Maybe, and I Miss You. And my least favorites were probably Cover Me and The Modern Things. But overall, I really enjoyed this a lot, and I'd probably give it like a decent 9.
Cool. So, awesome.
Yeah.
High score.
I listened to this like 3 times this week.
Yeah. Damn. Last album I listened to was Around the Fur by Deftones. Wasn't expecting it to be what it sounded like, but Noah, he's been like, listen to the Deftones, they're my favorite band.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, Dane's girlfriend's really into them as well. Yeah.
And the album cover is pretty iconic. It's like that top picture of that girl in the bikini.
Yeah.
It kind of, but it's I wasn't expecting it to be a grungy 90s metal, new metal kind of sound. But,
yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by that. Pretty screamy, but I do love the energy throughout. And it does have a 40-minute closer.
Holy shit.
But 25 minutes of that is silence.
Awesome.
There's like 5 minutes of music, and then it goes silent. And then the last 5 minutes more music.
So it's like that MCR track, except
yeah, it's like blood.
Way more extended.
Yes. Yeah. It's very, very long. I saw the album was like an hour and 14 minutes, and it only had 10 songs. I was like, okay, it's going to be some long tracks. And then most of the tracks were like 3-4 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I got to the end, and I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this. And I look at the time, and it's like 35 minutes left. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like it ended, and I was like, hold on. There's still like 25 minutes left in this song.
Wow. I'm surprised they kept that for streaming services.
Yeah, right?
Because I'm guessing that's what it was. It was a hidden track or something.
I don't know if it was, because it was a closer.
Yeah.
It closes, but like it intentionally comes back for another 5 minutes after like 20 minutes of silence.
Okay.
So like, I don't know what they were doing there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the song was good, but pretty weird.
Yeah.
My favorites, though, were Mascara, My Own Summer, or Shove It, Be Quiet and Drive, in parentheses, Far Away, and Head Up. My least favorites were Rickets and Day the Flu. And I give it a strong 8.
Nice. Last thing I listened to this today because it came out today, is That Feels Good by Jessie Ware.
Okay.
Jessie Ware does like dance pop kind of stuff. I listened to her album from 2019, I think it was, What's Your Pleasure. I've had that in rotation every now and then. That was Fantano's album of the year that year. And I really like that one, and I checked this one out, and I really like this one as well. Once again, I'm not going to give a score, but this one I'll put in my next month's as well because I'm going to listen to this more.
Yeah.
But I remember liking quite a few of these. I remember liking Free Yourself, Begin Again was great, and then Lightning and These Lips I really enjoyed as well. But if you're looking for some 70s disco dance pop shit,
hell yeah.
there you go. It's a fun record. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool. That Deftones was kind of surprising. I was like,
yeah.
Like I had seen that album cover a lot. I think Brad talked about it and stuff, but I was like, yeah, fuck it. I need some music to do my short assignment for, and put it on. And it was like, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
But it'll help me write. So,
there you go.
In order to write, I need fast music.
See, I did the opposite thing earlier this week. So, I think this was on Sunday. I think it was before you came over for Barry, or maybe it was after. But I was like finishing up the band piece, and like the finishing process is hard because you're basically just making parts for everyone. So like making sure everyone's parts don't have collision errors between shit, and just like, I don't know, it looks like how music looks pretty much. So like I'm not actually listening to the music that's being played when I'm doing that process. I can just kind of, you know, listen to whatever and then make sure the stuff is done. So I was like, I need something long, and usually when I need something long and instrumental, I'll do the Godspeed You Black Emperor, the Lift Your Skinny Fist to Heaven or whatever. That's my go-to recently. Very good album, by the way. But I was like, you know what, let's do some Swans. And then I did The Seer by Swans. And I've started The Seer before, and I've really liked it. And I was really liking it this time, but like, it's also really fucking stressful, like, to listen to. Like, there's just like so much tension in like there. And like, I was listening to it while like stressed out my fucking mind trying to finish this at, you know, 12 in the morning or whatever. And I was like, all right, this is great. I need to turn this fucking off. This is actually like making me. This is giving me anxiety. I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, the music is effective, but I don't need this right now. One day I will finish a Swans record. I've started them multiple times before, but never finished for various reasons. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've done that before. I forget what album it was, but like, I was like writing something, and I was like, I can't listen to this. This is not a vibe.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm listening to music for assignments and stuff, I may have mentioned this on pod before, but I can't do anything with lyrics for some reason. Like, I pretty much need strictly instrumentals, which, I don't know, you think as a music person that would distract me more or something, but for some reason vocals and lyrics make me want to pay attention to the music more.
No, that makes sense.
I guess I can connect with a person more that way. But like, if it's just instrumental, like, I can vibe to it but also do work at the same time. But
yeah, that makes sense to me. Lyrics don't usually bother me. Sometimes they'll distract me, but otherwise I'm just like, you know, I just focus on how fast the music is.
Right.
It's, you know. Yeah.
You just need some stuff that's so fast that just becomes a tone.
Yeah.
You know?
Becomes the brown note.
Yeah, that's what you need, yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't shit well.
No.
So you need the brown note. It's like a laxative.
It is. It's worked.
Yeah. It works wonders. Yeah. It reminds me of, I'm not sure if you've seen the Kermit on Omegle or whatever.
Oh, yeah. He shows cucumber penis?
Yeah, he shows a cucumber. It's like, whatever. This is an old video. But, this is an old video, but like, he did that to some like British girl or whatever, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love Kermit" or whatever. He's like, "Oh, you love me?" And then she's like, "Yes, you're so great." And then he does like the flash of the cucumber, and she's like, "Why would you do that?" He's like, or no, she went, "No." And he's like, "Yeah." Why would you show your willy? He said you like me.
Why would you show me a gherkin?
Your gherkin? That's a new one.
A gherkin, I think, it's like a pickle. That's what they call pickles.
Wow.
Or like a small pickle or something
I've
like that.
never heard that term before.
Gherkin.
Yeah.
I'll jerk you, gherk.
Little gherk jerkin. Yeah.
I watched a lot of the Gaming Lemon. I don't know if you remember the Gaming Lemon.
That name is like vaguely familiar. What the hell?
He was either British or Australian, but he played a lot of like GTA 5, and he was like over the top, and
I'm not sure if I ever watched this guy.
I watched him a lot back in the day, but is he still making stuff?
No, it looks like a year ago was his last thing.
Rip. But yeah, he was. I think that's where I heard gherkin for the first time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We love learning new words for penis through YouTubers.
Yeah. I love hearing British slang for things.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Like cigarettes.
Yeah, I say that one all the time.
Can you remind us of what that is?
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, sticks, and if you take them and you just kind of whoop, 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 whoop.
Maybe a bundle of sticks.
Yeah, he bundled them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's sticks.
Sticks.
That's what they call cigarettes, right? Sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, can you give me a ciggy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna puff on a ciggy.
Give me one of those sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's death sticks. Those death sticks will kill you.
Yeah.
Old Clone Wars.
They'll say their word for cigarettes. They're like, hey, give me one of those. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, also, I hate gay people.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the guys.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
What kind?
What cunt?
Why can't they just keep it to themselves? You know.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Shove it in our faces.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I was at work on Tuesday, and I had my first customer refuse to buy Bud Light because of this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, he comes in once in a while, and he'll get a case of Bud Light.
Yeah.
That I assume he finishes in one night because alcoholism.
Right. I'm sure he could stop whenever he wants.
Yeah. Another time he came in and he bought stuff, and he was like, "What do you think of Biden?" And I was like, "I don't love him, but I voted for him." And he was like, "All right, well, anybody will find this funny." And he showed me it was like a penny with Biden's face on it. It said "no sense," and I went, "Uh-huh." And he went, "Yeah, I made that funny." And I was like, "Yeah, but okay." And he just kept talking for a little.
If you had to give a range, how old is this guy?
Maybe mid-50s. Maybe.
Okay, that checks out a little bit. I was gonna say if this guy's 30s, 40s, Jesus.
No.
I mean Jesus either way, but it's more you're geriatric at that point. So.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, and he left. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! But he came in the other day, and he usually buys Bud Light, but he got Coors this time. And I was like, and my coworker Matt, he was like, you're not buying Bud Light still, huh? And he went, no. And they kept talking about it, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. If you don't, why does it fucking matter?
Yeah.
And then I kind of wanted to go, Coors supports the LGBT too, right? They do that as well. And I'm sure the car you drive is probably Ford or something. They also support the LGBT community. Yeah. So either way, you're supporting it. And the Bud Light cans you're buying, they don't even have the rainbow or Dylan Mulvaney on them. Yeah. So what the fuck does it matter? It's shitty beer anyway.
Yeah.
You probably love Kid Rock and what he did as well.
Yes. Young ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go shoot a bunch of cases of Bud Light that I bought with my own money and supported them with.
Some say it's statutory. I say it's mandatory. That's the Kid Rock lyric that Brad plays all the time. Mm-hmm. Young ladies.
Love Kid Rock.
Yeah, never done anything wrong.
Nope.
Yeah, it was funny. My parents were talking about that, and they were talking about the whole Kid Rock thing as well. And that's literally the only thing I know Kid Rock from is the things that Brad's talked about in his streams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a bit of a dumbass.
Oh, yes. No, he's a full-on dumbass. Yeah.
But
why are they always coming for us during these episodes?
I don't know. They found him. I was laying in bed the other night, and there's a train track that goes around here, and usually you hear the of them going over the tracks. But the other night, I was just laying in bed on TikTok or whatever, and all of a sudden they honked the fucking horn, and it was super loud. It was like honk, and I went, what the fuck?
Damn.
And it's right here, so it's why? What if I was asleep and it woke me up out of my sleep?
What time was it? Do you remember?
It was probably midnight or something.
Damn. Yeah.
And I was like, why? What was the point? But yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. Yeah.
Only a few more shifts at the old gas station, and then I'm home for the summer. So
yeah. I was gonna say also, reminds me of one time a really avid Trump supporter came in to the Jewel Deli while we were there. And this was still during COVID times. He's, oh, you guys are still wearing those masks and stuff like that. And, very anti-mask shit and just talking about politics and all that. And I remember our old coworker, the age old. Yeah, she was kind of agreeing with some of his stuff. And I was like, don't do that. I have respect for you. Please stop saying things.
Before she passed away, I started converting her to a dirty lib a little bit.
To a dirty lib, yeah.
But, sometimes, I think she got COVID, or somebody around her got COVID at some point, and that it kind of woke her up to the fact that it was a little stupid.
Yeah, because this was pre-vaccine. So.
Yeah. But I think there was some guy towards the beginning of all that, and he just would not stand on like the 6 feet apart circles, and she was like, "If you don't stand on the circle, I'm not going to serve you."
Wow.
And they were like, they stood on the circle.
Good for her.
Yeah. But there was another time where some dude came in. It was like maybe 7 or 8 p.m. And like we were working. And he comes in without a mask. And, we had the signs up at the front of the store that were like, you wear a mask. You have to wear a mask to come in.
Yeah.
But of course people didn't listen. And nothing got done about it because we're hypocrites.
Right.
But it comes up and Pat's like, you gotta wear a mask. I'm not gonna serve you. And he's like, I'll take this and this. And she's like, I'm not serving you without the mask. And he just kept asking to get the stuff. And I think either he went and got a manager or Pat called a manager to like come deal with him. And of course the manager comes over and he's like, just serve him. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not serving.
We had an awful manager, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't our deli manager. It was
like the store manager.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But
saying.
It wasn't even the bad one.
Oh.
It wasn't the asshole. It was,
I thought it was
the other guy. And usually he was nice and understanding everything, but he was like, just serve him. And Pat's like, I'm not serving him, so I had to serve him, of course.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. And then the manager afterward was like, you just gotta serve him. Like, we can't turn him away. And it's like, we have the right to refuse service, do we not? Like, is that not something that we have?
It is.
But yeah, early COVID dates were not fun.
Yeah, first year of COVID.
Yeah.
Pre-vaccine COVID was a whole other thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's one thing talking about COVID nowadays, now I'm, so on a lot of stuff, whatever. But, like, pre-vaccine, that's where a lot of my issues lied with it.
It was insane.
Yeah.
All over the place. But, hope you're vaccinated. Be vaccinated if you're not. If you're not, at this point, you're just fucking stupid. So,
you can always get smarter. But
yeah. Inject that 5G into you.
Exactly.
And you'll be able to see everything.
Inject those dead baby cells or whatever the hell the fucking conspiracy theories are.
Yeah. But, do you want to hop into Song of the Week?
Great transition. Yeah, we could hop into Song of the Week. So like I said, I was really fucking enjoying that Bjork record post.
Bjork?
God, fucking damn it, I'm trying to be better. Bjork. I was really enjoying that Bjork album post. And there's a lot of good stuff on here that I could probably do. This apparently is her biggest song, but I've never heard it before. And it's also the one that was in Brad's video, the Trojan Horse thing. And it's been fucking stuck in my head all fucking week. So I'm going to go with It's Oh So Quiet by Bjork.
Peaceful until you fall in love.
All right, that was It's Oh So Quiet by Bjork. What'd you think of that?
That was pretty good. Mm-hmm. I love this like old kind of like old musical slash
the
old,
big band feel. Yeah,
love that, and her energy is pretty good on that.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Agreed.
Her screams kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah,
but like otherwise it's really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, I had never. You said during this that you had actually heard it before.
I feel like I've heard it. I might have just heard like a few parts, maybe from Mike the Snare's video, and that might have been like, oh, I knew this song. But, yeah, it was good. Yeah. No, I really enjoy that song. The screams are definitely very characteristic, but it's I saw some live performances of her doing that, and she performs it exactly like it's in that track, just going from screams to really delicate singing, just the next fucking phrase. Like, it's insane how she does that. Yeah. And one thing I forgot to also mention is
even though I knew this song was on here and I heard it in Brad's video, it still caught me off guard in the album because the album starts off like extremely electronic. Like I'm talking like Kid A type shit, but with like maybe a little more poppy. And like for the first 3 songs, it's just super electronic, super ambient stuff. And then there's these big horns all of a sudden. It's great. Yeah. I fucking love the sequencing on that album. But yeah, it's a fun song. I really like it a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
What do you got for us?
I'll give you a couple options. Do you want to hear
options again?
Do you want to hear Thundercat or Deftones?
Honestly, Thundercat.
Thundercat?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go with Inferno by Thundercat.
All right.
That was Inferno by Thundercat. What'd you think, Mike?
You're showing this to the right guy.
Yeah,
I really love a lot of the chords and harmonies in there, and they're going into different time signatures at one point. Really funky and groovy. And just, it's nice. It's really nice. Yeah.
It was, I was enjoying the album up until that point, but when I got there, I was like, ooh. Ooh!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. I love the bass on the whole album, but that's...
I would hope so. His vocals, I always forget that he's like really nice with vocals though as well.
He had a very pretty voice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that song. It's definitely my favorite off that album.
It was really nice.
And if you like that, you'd probably like the album.
I probably would. That's kind of one of those that like I've been meaning... I hate saying that because I say it's so fucking much, but I've been meaning to check that out. I have. At some point, yeah. It was nice though.
Yeah. Glad you enjoyed it. Very good.
Of course.
Anything else to talk about?
I don't really think so. Just gonna get through this week, and then the next time I talk on pod, I'll basically be done with academic schoolwork.
Look at you. I'm so jealous of you. But also
I'm not jealous of me.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm not jealous of me.
That's scary at the same time.
I am.
I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so scared.
So donate to our GoFundMe. Just for general life. I have nothing wrong. I just
pay for
poor
Mike's
life decision.
Pay for Mike's therapy.
Yeah.
And rent.
Yeah. One or the other. I gotta choose.
But alright. Thanks for sticking it out with us this week. Thank you to audio listeners on streaming platforms. We love you very much, and we hope you're having a good time. But if you want to see our faces, you can go check out our YouTube, same name, capital N BOIS. Mike will do a funny, silly little dance for you.
I just did. You missed it if you're an audio listener.
We did some fun visual bits last episode.
Oh wait, yeah.
Shake weights and our
apparel. That shall not be spoken of.
If you want to see that, you can go check out the TikTok. You can check us out on YouTube, same name. We're here. You can look at us, our beautiful faces. But if you just want an audio podcast, you can go check out anywhere you find podcasts. We're there. If you want to listen to our songs of the week, we have 3 playlists. We have one for me, one for Mike, and one for the both of us. And you can listen to It's So Quiet.
It's Oh So Quiet.
It's Oh So Quiet. Or Inferno. And plenty of other music on there. You'll get
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, many different styles and genres.
Oh yes. I think I'm the first person ever to have suggested people to listen to an AJR song and then immediately follow it up with a Björk song.
I'll wait for that collab.
Yeah.
You can listen to I'll Be Home for Christmas by Josh Groban, and then
Giving Bad People Good Ideas by Death Grips.
Yeah. It's everywhere at the end of time, until the end of time.
All at once.
But yeah, you can check those out. But if you want to find us other places, Mike has a bunch of things you can check out. He's got an album of the year where he rates and reviews music. He's got music that you can go listen to on all streaming platforms.
Hell yeah.
Coping Mechanism by Plaintive.
I think a new soundtrack will be up there as well for the film.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And then you can check out his YouTube channel where he's got all of his music that he's made and also a bunch of covers, piano covers that are good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Go check that out.
Yeah.
He also has a TikTok and an Instagram that you can follow. He's gonna link his new song if he puts it out.
Yeah, if I put that up, I'll have that there, and if the movie is out as well, I will also link that.
Yeah,
So.
and then you can also find him right behind you.
Of course.
He's right behind you.
Always.
Look out.
Forever.
Yeah. But he'll be your shadow for a fee.
Mm-hmm. You must pay me.
Yeah. You can check that out. You can find me other places as well. I have an album of the year where I also rate and review music. I have a letterbox where I rate and review movies. I have a Instagram review page where you can check out my old reviews that I once did once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
And then I also run the TikTok and the Twitter for the podcast. I just uploaded a new TikTok over there.
Yes, sir.
Still don't understand the algorithm because
Me neither.
It's still showing old videos, but did not show this new one to people. So go check that out.
Yep.
It's there, and it's funny. We're a bunch of funny boys. And I'm right in front of you. And we will give you a big consensual group hug from the front and the back.
It's a U sandwich.
Yes, it's a U sandwich. And it's delicious.
With 2 loaves of white bread.
Mm-hmm. Very white. Very white, but also tasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Creamy bread.
Yeah, and thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you very much. And we'll see you from our old setup soon enough for a few more episodes.
For a few more.
Yeah. And then we'll be in a new place for a little while, and then we're
gonna be house hopping.
Yeah, we're gonna be everywhere.
Our format's gonna be it's gonna be varied every episode.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
We're gonna have a lot of different places we're gonna be.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be great.
You're just gonna have to fucking deal with it.
Instead of Chuckle Week, we're gonna need BrokeN Week.
Yeah.
Where we just film like
BrokeN
5
Week
episodes.
is every week though.
So true.
Because we're all
dying inside.
Yes. But yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the flippity flop.
Smell you later,
losers.